Welcome, aspiring chemists. Today, we are diving deep into resonance, a fascinating concept in chemical bonding and molecular structure. We'll explore how molecules sometimes defy simple descriptions and achieve extraordinary stability. Get ready for an exciting journey through four levels of understanding, from basic definitions to advanced applications, all tailored to sharpen your G-main preparation. Ready to unravel one of chemistry's neatest tricks? Let's start with the basics of resonance and see how molecules achieve unexpected stability. Imagine a molecule that can't be perfectly drawn with just one Lewis structure. That's where resonance comes in. It's a conceptual tool where we use multiple resonance structures or canonical forms to describe the electron arrangement. These structures only differ in electron placement, not atom positions. Think of them as snapshots, not reality. The true molecule isn't any one snapshot, but resonance hybrid, a blend of all contributing structures. This hybrid is always more stable than any single one. The extra stability? That's the resonance energy. Take the carbonate ion, for example. Its equal bond lengths are a clear sign of electrons being delocalized, making it more stable than any single structure could suggest. Now, it's your turn to apply what you've learned. Here are 3 quick questions to test your understanding of basic resonance concepts. Pause the video, give them a try, and then check your answers. Let's level up. We'll now explore the why behind resonance, its crucial rules, and how it directly impacts molecular stability. Why do we need resonance? Because simple valence bond theory often falls short. For molecules like benzene, a single Lewis structure can't explain its uniform bond lengths or incredible stability. Resonance helps us bridge this gap by showing how electrons are shared across multiple atoms, leading to a more accurate depiction of reality. Drawing correct resonance structures is key. Remember, only pi electrons and lone pairs move, never the atoms themselves. All structures must be valid Lewis structures with the same number of total electrons. And critically, the molecule doesn't flip between forms, it exists as a single, stable hybrid. This delocalization gives rise to resonance energy, making the molecule more stable. The stability of different resonance structures isn't always equal. Structures with more covalent bonds, less charge separation, and complete octets for all atoms are generally more stable. Also, placing negative charges on more electronegative atoms and positive charges on less electronegative ones leads to greater stability. These factors help us identify the major contributors to the resonance hybrid. Time to put your resonance drawing and stability assessment skills to the test. Here are 5 questions designed to deepen your understanding of these medium-level concepts. Work through them carefully. Ready for a deeper dive? In this section, we'll connect resonance to quantitative stability, differentiate it from similar phenomena, and explore its significant applications. Resonance energy isn't just a concept, it's a measurable quantity. We can estimate it by comparing the experimental heat of hydrogenation of a resonance-stabilized compound, like benzene, with a hypothetical non-resonating analog. This difference quantifies the extra stability gained from electron delocalization. Also, it's crucial to distinguish resonance from tautomerism. Resonance is about electron movement within fixed atoms, while tautomerism involves atom movement and structural isomerism. Effective resonance requires specific conditions, planarity and conjugation. Atoms must be in the same plane for p orbitals to overlap effectively, and there must be an alternating sequence of single and multiple bonds or lone pairs. This conjugation allows for the continuous flow of electrons. Resonance has wide applications, explaining acidity, basicity, and reactivity patterns, like why phenol is more acidic than simple alcohols. Understanding the resonance effect, or mesomeric effect, is vital. Electron-donating groups, with their pulsar effect, push electrons into a conjugated system, while electron withdrawing groups, with their R effect, pull electrons out. This is distinctly different from the inductive effect, which operates through sigma bonds and diminishes quickly with distance. Resonance is often a much stronger effect, operating over longer ranges. Challenge your understanding with these 7 hard-level questions. Focus on applying the rules, comparing different effects, and predicting outcomes based on resonance principles. Welcome to the hardest level. Here, we'll connect resonance to advanced theories, delve into complex systems, and explore its impact on spectroscopy and reaction mechanisms. Prepare for competitive-level insights. From a molecular orbital theory perspective, resonance isn't about multiple static structures, but rather the inherent delocalization of pi electrons within a system of overlapping p orbitals. These form delocalized molecular orbitals that span the entire conjugated system, like in benzene. This naturally explains uniform bond lengths and exceptional stability, elegantly sidestepping the limitations of single Lewis structures and providing a more fundamental understanding of electron behavior. The concept of delocalization energy is central to understanding aromaticity. Huckel's rule, 4n+2, pi electrons in a cyclic, planar, conjugated system, describes the conditions for extraordinary stability due to extensive delocalization. Resonance is not confined to simple molecules. It's critical in biological systems, such as the partial double bond character of peptide bonds, which dictates protein structure, and in conjugated polymers, which derive their conductivity from widespread pi-electron delocalization. Beyond classical resonance, we have hyperconjugation, often called no-bond resonance. This involves the delocalization of sigma electrons into adjacent empty or partially filled p orbitals, or pi orbitals. It's crucial for stabilizing carbocations, free radicals, and alkenes, explaining their observed stability orders. This effect highlights that electron delocalization can extend beyond pi systems, involving even sigma bonds. Resonance has profound implications for spectroscopy and reaction mechanisms. In UV-Vis, extended conjugation shifts absorption to longer wavelengths, explaining color. In NMR, delocalization affects electron density and chemical shifts. In organic reactions, resonance stabilizes carbocation intermediates in SN1 reactions and the sigma complex in electrophilic aromatic substitution, dictating reaction rates and regoselectivity. It's a cornerstone for predicting and understanding chemical behavior. You've tackled the deepest concepts. Here are 5 challenging questions that demand a comprehensive understanding of resonance, its theoretical underpinnings, and its implications. Take your time and think critically. And here are 5 more advanced questions to solidify your mastery of resonance. These will test your ability to apply complex principles and integrate knowledge from various aspects of chemical bonding. Good luck! You've journeyed through the intricate world of resonance, from its basic definition to its profound implications in advanced chemistry. This topic is fundamental for understanding molecular structure, stability, and reactivity, and it's a frequent visitor in competitive exams like GMAT. For more such comprehensive content and to continue your learning adventure, visit synapse.omaps.in. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for regular updates and in-depth educational resources. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep excelling.